What it is, guys, Simplest Checks here, and today's money app review is an app called Pocketflip. Now, you may be asking, what's Pocketflip? Well, if we go to the app description and search up for Pocketflip, the description says, fast for rewards. Pocketflip is the top app to collect gift cards by taking pictures and completing surveys with your phone. It's easy and fast. Just install Pocketflip and keep an eye out for missions near you and earn. To earn your gift card, you need to follow the instructions, usually taking one or more photos and answering a couple of questions. For each task, you can collect coins worth up to $10. Once you've collected enough coins, you can redeem them in our selection of unlimited gift cards. Check it out, we're waiting for you. And then it goes on to say you can get wide range of gift cards including Amazon.com, Steam, Xbox Live, PlayStation, Starbucks, and more. So how do you get your hands on these exciting rewards? You can get coins by helping big brands improve their service by answering some customer surveys, taking pictures with your smartphone and get rewards for location-based tasks. Try out Pocketflip. Now it's free. No, that sounded weird. Try out Pocketflip now. It's free. No, continued use of GPS running in the background can dramatically decrease battery life, which I have learned the hard way because if any of you guys checked out my other app reviews, you can always see my phone at a 11%, and that's only with me having what is it called, backup battery, or what is it called, low power mode. That's what it's called. But yeah, that's the description of what Pocketflip is, and we'll get into what my experience was. Now, what was my experience with Pocketflip? Well, let's start with the display slash organization of the app itself. It's bright and it's colorful, it feels welcoming, it's organized, you have a row of tasks that lets you know what you can do, and you even have a thing called Task of the Day, where I guess it's what the most people are doing that day, or I think that's what it is. It's just what most people are into and are doing that particular day or that task. I guess the second would be, if you start a task and you leave or do something else, it will highlight the words already started so you know which one you started, because I've done this multiple times where I've like started a task and then I got busy with something else and I come back and I'll be like, okay, what was I doing again? Or which task? I can't remember. And then it says there highlighted, said already started, so I know which one. So I think that's pretty cool. And then also, again, with the whole task, you get to see in bright orange circles the credits slash points, which it's just lets you know, okay, essentially what I'm trying to say is how am I gonna try to word this? What I mean is you get to see how much credits and points you get for each task, is what I should have said. Now, what I forgot to say in the display slash organization part was that the Pocketflip app itself isn't laggy when I'm like scrolling up and down or clicking on buttons or clicking on tasks. It's not really laggy. Now, again, the app itself didn't feel laggy when scrolling up and down and didn't lag when I clicked on the task, but the app did have a lot of bugs though, which I would say is the meat of this app review. Let's start with the credit bug. I started a task to get 892 credits. The task was to reach level 10, new users only, which I was a new user. The game was called Harvestland. I did eventually reach level 10, which took so much time to do when I don't want to pay for in-game currency. But yeah, I did reach level 10 and I still didn't get the credits. Even when I reported to Pocketflip that I did do the task, I still didn't get the credits. And sadly enough, this isn't the first time that this has happened to me. If I'm being completely honest here, it's happened to me quite a few times, and I don't know if it's the instructions that they give. For example, they'll say run the app, and to run the app means just to have it open, and then there will be ones that say run the app, but what it really means is run the app, but also make an account or log in. Now let's talk about my experience with certain surveys and tasks. Now some of the tasks on Pocketflip are either easy, like run the app, tedious and time consuming, like reach a level 100 in poker or defeat the dragon in level 28 within 2 days, some crap like that. But the tasks that annoyed me the most were the ones that asked you to buy or pay for something in other apps. The whole point of Pocketflip is to make fast money, and the fact that they have that as an option is a bit ironic for me, if I'm being completely honest. Now, the surveys were worse than the tasks because some surveys that you do redirect you to some shady websites. Like, for example, there'll be ones like fill out the survey to get a free iPhone or a free gift card. You know, the ones that like fill out the survey to get a free PlayStation, etc. Which is weird for me because isn't our gift, quote unquote, for completing the survey the credits? So why would Pocketflip recommend surveys that promise to give us credits for completing the survey, but then also supposedly sprinkle on the free iPhones and gift cards? on a shady website. That doesn't really make sense to me. And when I mean shady websites, I mean the ones where you might get a pop up saying your laptop slash iPhone slash Android has been infected with 39 viruses. Click here to fix. Or the one that's like, congrats, it's your lucky day. You've been randomly selected to win $500. Put your personal information here to claim your reward. The pros and cons of Pocketflip. Now, let's be nice and start off with the pros of Pocketflip. It's organized, it's aesthetically eye pleasing, isn't laggy, and it lets you know the task that you started if you forget which task you started. Also, another pro that I forgot to say is it does pay out, but I'll explain furthermore on my final thoughts. Now, the cons of Pocketflips are, oh, where would I even start? It has too many bugs, or mostly the one just evolving around credits. You can't get your points for every task you do, which I feel like that sucks. That's like the main thing. It's like, why would I bother doing the task if 50-50, it's more, actually it feels like more than 75% of the time I'm not going to get credits for the work I do. But that was just me. Some tasks take days to even weeks to complete and don't give you that much credits if you can even get some. Which, depending on the person, you might not mind taking, a couple of days, even weeks. Again, my job is just to make sure I find the most productive way to find some extra free cash. So ones that take a lot longer are kind of like a downside to me, because like in the span time I like it takes days or even weeks to do complete tasks just to get a couple of points to earn like what, $5 via PayPal. I could go to someone's house and mow their lawn and probably get more than that just in a day. So that's a downside. What else? Have to pay money for. Well, yeah, I forgot. You have to pay money for certain tasks, which I think is stupid because, like, why would you. I don't know. Why would you pay money to complete a task just to get a couple of credits to only pay. I don't know. Any app that makes me have to pay to earn money is not a waste. It's a waste of time. And then the surveys. Now, surveys are nothing new to the channel, and we've done it multiple times. I know I'm kind of going on a rant. I'm supposed to be saying the cons and the pros, but the surveys are just so sketchy, man. I've done surveys for other money making apps on my own personal time, and don't get me wrong, they're all kind of iffy unless you like have a VPN and you're like making sure your stuff is protected. But I'm talking to the average person who doesn't really know about that and just downloads the app and tries the surveys. These websites they be kind of me making me scratch my head like, word, like, I don't know, they're just really scamming. That's all I can say about it. It's like the surveys you have to do are really scamming. Like they're on that, hey grandma, grandma, did you get an email saying that you won $100? Well, yes, I did, and I put in all my personal information. I don't know why my grandma went, whatever. Yeah, I don't like the surveys. Hey guys, it's Future Simple Checks here. Kind of going back and re-editing the video, but so I eventually looked up and did some more research about Pocketflip. So it does pay out, but this app just doesn't work for me, man. I literally tried the surveys. I did everything. I even did the invite a friend, the affiliate. I don't think it's an affiliate link, but it's a link to invite your friend. And if you do it and they sign up, they get 1,000 credits. Thankfully, my brother was kind enough to try, and he downloaded the app and he used the link, and I still didn't even get the credits. So I guess it's just depending on your circumstance. I don't really know. Because on one hand, I'm like kind of like, yo, this app is so bad. But then again, I've like seen people get paid out, so I'm like, I don't know. I just wanted to let you guys know it does pay out, but again, if I were you, I wouldn't use the app. So that's it. That's just it for future checks. Now, this part is kind of not scripted. this is more going on a rant. You don't know how frustrating this app was. Like, it's hardly, because mostly throughout this video, maybe some of you guys haven't noticed, I kind of have to write a script or I will forget everything and I can't remember stuff. That's just how my mind works. I have to write things out or I won't fully get all the details and the points. But boy, this app made me go off the board. Let's start. Where do we even start? Well, okay. As far as the payout goes, yes, it does pay out. But this app has so many bugs, and I'll give them this. In their description, they said they're working on bugs. But I don't even know how long this app has been up. Why do you still have bugs? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm just an app reviewer. I don't make apps myself, so I'm pretty sure it's hard to fix bugs. And I'm not trying to say they're incompetent, but I'm like, can you guys at least put some pride into your work? At least fix the bugs, especially when it comes to credits, because you're asking people to do a task, and they're doing it, but then you ain't paying them out or giving them credits. I mean, points, credits, they're the same thing. What else? Yeah, I don't like the whole sketchy websites that do surveys on them. I don't really like that. I don't like the whole, do this and do this survey and possibly win a free iPhone. There's a difference between surveys where you can possibly win something and surveys guaranteeing you that you win something. Both, in my opinion, are bad. Just, if you want an iPhone or whatever, save up for it. But giveaways is what I meant to say, but surveys, I don't trust. I don't really trust giveaways either, but yeah, I don't like the whole sketchy website. And then I guess the third one was I have to pay. Because I'll give them this. There wasn't a lot where you had to pay to complete the task. But I hate the ones that ask you to start a free trial and do all this and that. Because anyone who's used free trials, I know, we all have. But some of those companies be trying to screw you over, trying to bill you immediately, or trying to charge you extra from what your original subscription plan was. I don't want anyone having to deal with that. I've had to deal with that. My family's had to deal with that. I don't know one person or one friend I know that hasn't had that happen to them where they sign up for a subscription or a free trial to something, and then the people bill them like crazy, or they start taking money out their account, and then they have to call and get on the phone and try to refund it and do all this. So I don't like the fact that it's either Pocketflip, and I'll go back to the people getting paid out. They get paid out, and that's fine. But I honestly, guys, I'm keeping it completely honest. You guys are better off, for real, you guys are better off flipping burgers or scrubbing toilets at a school or whatever to make some extra cash than you are trying this out. These are my final thoughts. Usually they're more professional and more well thought out, but this time I decided to do a rant. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I know I say that, I know every YouTuber says it, but it does really help the channel out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.